Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody is well on this warm Arizona morning. It has been heating up out here and getting closer and closer to 90 to 100 degrees. Hi, for those of you who are new, I'm Jeff Perryman, and I am the chief artist of Chain Reaction Studios, and this is Vectors and Pixels. This is a little live stream that I do whatever the heck I want. For the most part, I do 3D modeling, or I do 2D vector art. I do game design. I prepare prints for conventions. I draw comics, and just generally have a good time getting derailed by my friends and family. I hope, again, everyone is doing well out there. I want to remind everybody, while there's only 3 people watching right now, that last week I put forth a challenge that if I had 15 unique viewers in the channel at the same time, not people who are on Twitch and Facebook and YouTube, but 15 unique people, I will put out a poll to see what color will dye this beard. But we have to reach that goal at some point in this live cast. So, just a reminder, putting that out there for all of you. While we're warming up and getting things set, I was just kind of looking around my office here, and I spotted an object that makes me happy. As an artist, you collect things to inspire you, or to use as reference, or just things you like. You know, I've got Klingon battleships, and I have hats, silly and otherwise, and I have horns, and I've got gargoyles, and just things around, and of course my art books and so forth. And I spotted an object that I made, and I may have shown it in earlier videos, but since this is the 20th video I've done, I figure I just kick up my heels a little bit and show an object that made me happy. And as an artist, you have to have things that make you happy to inspire you to do art. Well, I love the Fallout universe. There's something about its aesthetic that I absolutely adore. Whether you love the games, hate the games, could care less about the games, for me it comes down to the aesthetic of the games. And so I'm a 3D modeler, so I modeled something simple, well, at least what I thought was simple. Modeling it so that you could create it in real life was a whole nother story. So here's what I did. I went and I 3D modeled myself a mini nuke. Good morning, breathing karma. Good morning, pantsless pirates. I am glad you all have made it. We are up to 5 viewers. Oh my, I might be in trouble here in a little bit. I 3D modeled this. I know you can just go to Thingiverse, and there are a million models of this object. But this one's mine. This is the one that I modeled. This is the one that I use lots of reference for, and made design choices that were my own. And I'm really happy with the paint job and how the whole thing came out. Good morning, Sam. How are you this morning? So, this is an object that I was just kind of skimming along and spotted it, and it made me smile. I thought I would share it again here on the channel. It's my good morning, Lori. This is my my version of the mini nuke, and this one is hollow, so I need to finish that. I left it open in case I wanted to put electronics or, I don't know, cookies in here. But this is an object that makes me happy, and I've shown it off now, and now we can go back to what the heck I was doing. Put that down here. Alrighty, some more news as I'm just letting the chat fill up and get some more viewership in here. Today, I'm just going to kind of doodle. I've got an 8x10, or a 10x8 in this case, format, and I thought I never got around to that tree. Why, good. Yes, it is a mini nuke. It is the Mark 42 mini nuke. And good morning, Kiamari Abernathy. All right. I'm getting a full house and getting nervous. I might have to dye my beard. Okay, according to this thing right here, I have 6 people, but according to my viewership, I'm showing 7. I think this is showing me unique visitors. We'll see. So I'm going to doodle today, just for the heck of it. I never got around to drawing the tree. We ended up doing a scuttled show and tell originally. But speaking of scuttled, as you see right here, Kickstarter is going to start on May 25th. So you can support it and get your own version of the game for those of you who are interested. We will also be demoing it at Phoenix Fan Fusion on the 27th through the 29th. So that way, if you like what you see, you can just reach out and order a copy immediately. So again, May 25th is when we're going to start the Kickstarter, and then on the 27th through that weekend, we're going to be at Phoenix Fan Fusion, better known as Phoenix Comic Con. Let's just call it what it is. And we'll be demoing it there. And for those of you who are coming to the Ren Fair out here in Arizona, occasionally we'll be walking around with a deck. And we will occasionally be playing out there. So keep an eye out for us there. And if you see us, join in. Please do. But meanwhile, let's go over here to Animate. And I've got a blank canvas. This can be whatever we want it to be today. And I thought today I would do some scenery. A lot of people like my scenery that I draw. I try to do something tranquil. So I figured, ta-da, let's do some scenery and do some, well, hello, Brandy. May not be able to stay the whole time as I'm on shift. All right, Kia Marie. Thank you very much for popping in anyway. You're pushing the count up. We are, what color would you dye your beard? Well, if I got 15 unique visitors in the stream, I would put a poll up, and you guys will decide what color my beard is. I will not have a choice in it. Yeah. Start calling your friends to get in the live stream, because it will happen. If I see 15 viewers, I have 9 currently. If I come back over to here, see, this lies. This says I have 3 and 1. I'm going to go with that. Although I think that, oh, there we go. We've got 5, 8, 9. There it is. Facebook is being slow today. Good morning, Jennifer. Good morning, good morning. I'm getting nervous. We're almost at 10. All right. I am going to go back over to here. And we're just going to work on a tree. We'll call, ooh, I'm at 10. I've hit double digits. That is officially the most that I've ever had, that I've noticed anyway, in my stream. Thank you very much. That makes me happy. That is quite the achievement. Yay! Can't do my high-pitched voice. Fair dust does horrible things to your voice. Horrible things. Although I'm proud to admit and confess that for many years now I have been slowly smuggling fair out a bit at a time through my sinuses and through my boots and the top of my hat with all the dust that I've been collecting. Oh my goodness. And to that end, I'm never going to get around to this tree. Every time I try to do a tree, I get distracted by events. But we are officially at 10. Although this thing here is being slow. Yes. Thank you for the like, Brandy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. I am now going to do the shameless plug. Plus, I need to caffeinate myself. Are you in Oregon? Good grief, Brandy. What are you doing up there? Besides being cold. Anyway, if you want to officially help me out, clearly I need upgrades and more coffee. Caffeine fuels my art engine. And you can buy me a cup of coffee at buymeacupofcoffee.com/chainreaction. Didn't see that coming, did you guys? Hey, how's it going? I'm going to assume that's Chantel in Ari Seiko. I believe that is Chantel. Sipping. Okay, my counter hasn't got above 10. And we lost whoever was on YouTube. We did have like one person on YouTube. But it only counts if they're unique. Hey. Oh. Really? Well, where have I been for the past 2 years? Oh, yeah, COVID. Okay. Let's actually do some art. This is what this channel is supposedly about, is art. I never get around to doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Well, I am so glad you guys have made it. My counter is still have not gone above 10 viewers. I can't have coffee right now. Oh no! Why not? Why not? You must always have coffee. All right, back to this. So what I've decided, I'm just going to quickly block this out. I'm going to rename this. We're going to go File. Now, hey, look what I fixed. You can see what I'm doing now. I can be taught. File. We're going to do a Save As. Look at, here's all my messy files. Oh, well, congratulations. When is the baby who does not like coffee coming around? Or is it you're jittery and the baby gets upset? But I'm going to assume you have one on the way. All right, I'm going to save this in posters and art, and I'm going to call this, well, let's call it live stream 20, because this is my 20th live stream, and oh God, we're at 11. Okay, right before COVID. Well, Brandy, I'm glad you're able to come out and visit. You need to watch past live streams, because I'm not going to go into Scuttled right now. But we have a game coming out that you can play. We've got a lot of art coming out. We've got keychains. We've got all kinds of stuff. And soon, we will have a website. Okay, so I get to be either tired or nauseous. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. Well, that's not good at all. I hate it when coffee makes people nauseous. Anyway, so we're going to call this LS20. Save that out, and I'm going to start. Yay! What? Yes, website's on the way. So I'm going to call this layer tree. I normally do not start with, but I kind of know what I want to do today. So let's insert a layer. We're going to go tree. We're going to go midground. And whoops. And then enter. I know that I want to do a foreground, but not necessarily in that order. There we go. Foreground. And I'm happy that you guys actually see what the heck I'm doing. And then, of course, we have to have a sky of some kind. So I know this is basically where I'm going to start today. Is just kind of roughing out these bibs and bobs. Okay, we're at 11 viewers here. Soon, says Breathing Carlin. Soon. He is the key master of the website. Also, he's an amazing friend. He is an amazing designer. He has other websites that he's done. And when mine goes live, there will be a live link at the bottom showing Breathing Karma's company and many of his other pieces of work. And if you need websites designed, he is the man. He will do amazing work for you. And he has very good and reasonable prices. We're planning a trip in May if money works out. That means May 26th, 7th, 8th, is it? No, 20, is it? No, I have to flip back. just went away. Okay, well, the Kickstarter for the game starts on May 25th. 2 days later, 27th, 28th, and 29th, is Phoenix Fan Fusion. So if you're out here, there it is at the Phoenix Convention Center. Come on by. All right, enough to this tomfoolery. Oh crap, we're at 12. Who's flooding the gates? Well, I guess I better start thinking of a color schemes. Purple, green, pink. No, let's pink. No, I don't think pink would look good on me. Blue. Red's kind of generic. But whatever it is, if we hit 15, I will put up a poll. Oh my, excuse me. Blossom. Magenta. Hey. Yeah, never pink, magenta. And we'll select some colors. I don't think I want to do yellow. Yellow would be just kind of wash me out. Or look like I'm a messy beer drinker, whichever. But I have a wonderful friend, John Paul. He would be more than giggly to dye this into something. So, we're at 12. And I have to confirm. There's 4 in Twitch. The rest of the service 8 in Facebook. Yeah, it's 12. Blue. Oh. Good morning, Ashley. Are you the 12th one? Are you the reason we're pushing up to 12? Well, if we get 3 more people going unique people, I'll put something up on the Chain Reaction Facebook page. A little poll and let you guys vote. Yep, another one on Twitch. Oh, but we lost one on Facebook. I'm never going to draw this tree. I've been trying 2 streams. This is the second stream I've tried to draw a tree. The first one we got off on Scuttled. The second one we're getting off on my beard, which is fine by me. I'm more than willing for the viewers. I will dye this bad boy for you. Okay, so I'm going to. I know this tree is going to be roughed into a couple of layers. So I'm going to actually, you know what? Let's Let's not do that. Let's do that. And then zoom out just a little bit. That's more than a little bit. Good grief. Okay, let's zoom out just a touch. Here we go. I am going to take my handy dandy stylus. Ooh, for those of you who know what this is, you're going to say, man, what are you doing with that antique? Lots of cool things is what I'm doing with this antique. I'm going to grab me a brownish color. Let's start with this one. That is way too brown. And, oh, that went off screen. There we go. I want you guys to be able to see what I'm doing. So I'm going to desaturate, not that bad, and darken my tree bark. Yeah, that's good right there. Let's do that. Now, there is no right way or wrong way to draw a tree, but I am wanting to do kind of a close-up. I don't know if I've got enough room here. I've got my keyboard and everything on top of my stylus pad. I may have to, let's mouse this for now, just to make sure I have enough room. So let's see. I know this is going to be a close-up. I want, now I always overdraw just a little bit, so this is going to be more than a little bit. Let's actually draw. Okay, I kind of want my tree to come in here. Nope. That's just, it doesn't have me the feel I want. I'm going to, yeah. Now I think right in here, we're just going to have this thing go up here. Now I think, branch comes in here. It'll be, you know, the cool thing about trees is they just do what the heck they want. They really don't care about what you think. So we're gonna, whoops, too thick. We're gonna do something similar. Now I kind of got it started. Haha, I've actually got stuff on the screen. Don't think that your moderators are counting to your view count, by the way. Oh, I hope not, because I'm at 13. Oh God, I might have to do this. And I will do it happily. Absolutely happily, but oh my goodness, not what I was expecting to actually happen. Well, you put out a challenge, people will rise to it. Let's do a tree little. Okay, I'm just kind of roughing out tree-esque shape, and we'll just close this one down here. Now I have kind of what I like. Going to, where's my eraser? I'm gonna erase this. Yeah, let's erase all of that. All right. And you have 3 mods are currently just, oh, so you're saying, Sam, being one of them, that you're in as Sam, and you're in as a moderator, pushing that count up. You have to run around with Peg with whatever color the viewers say I'm going to be. By the way, Peg's colors are red and black, but my personal favorite color is blue. Magenta would be outstanding. A good solid purple would be amazing. But again, I'm going to put out a poll as soon as that hits 15, and I can confirm it. And we will put out some choices for you guys to decide, and I will do it. And so for live stream number 21, I'll show it off if we hit 15. Legitimately. All right, back to my tree. Like I said, I'm just playing around today, so let's. I like having a little bit of bark. Let's put a knot there. Ooh, that's a good spot for a knot. Why not, right? Dun-dun-dunch. And then just kind of playing around with just the general outline. I think this feels a little too thick for what I was doing. And as I said, ooh, I really want to make that bigger. There really is no right or wrong here. That's going to be much bigger. Yeah, let's be careful with that. And it's just this line here I don't like. There we go. So let's see what I can do instead. Yeah, this whole thing feels a little weird. So let's just start here. Ooh. Alright, let's not do that. Bring this down to 3. I want it a little bit thinner. Nope, don't like that. I don't like how it goes fat. I kind of want to follow that line there. So there we go. I know trees don't care, but I do. Alright, and I know that line's much thinner, and that's okay. Because where we're going, it'll be alright. Alright, and yeah, I might have a little guy coming off here, because, trees do that stuff, right? Hang on. I will get back, oops, to the chat at some point. There we go. Yes. There. You have 3 mods. Yeah. We're at 12. Ooh, I have a new follower. Yay! Thank you very much, DP Thompson. I think I know who that is. So, thank you very much, but we're still at 12. Ooh, my camera's locked up. Can everybody still hear me? I think you can. This is a known problem. Let's go back to the live camera. Why, look at that face. Oh my. Okay, I have a fix for this. Give me just a second here. Stealing from the crack show. Pull the plug. Oh no, it's now black. Putting it back together. Then I have to go over here. Oh, it didn't reset. Oh, this might be much more devastating than we thought. But give me just a second here. I'm going to try to fix me camera. How do we find you at YouTube? You will notice where it says scuttled and all of that. Little, like it says right now, it says YouTube, chain reaction. It will come up as chain reaction, but I'm finding it difficult to get people to find me on Chain Reaction, so you may have to go to the Chain Reaction Facebook page, and the YouTube link is in the About Us section. But here, let me try to fix my camera, because this is a very old computer. I don't know if it's the computer or if it's just the way the camera and the computer play together. And there we are. I'm back. Yay! It's an easy fix, but it does require me to get up, walk around, and fix it here. Okay, we are now officially still at 12 viewers. We have 4 on Twitch, 8 on Facebook, and I got a fun feeling my family wants to dye my beard. Okay, so today I learned that the stream is delayed between Facebook and Twitch. Yes, it is. Devin is watching on Twitch, and he's like 2 minutes ahead of me. He's a time traveler. He's in the future. He is in the future. See, I have 2 Brandys in my life. I have a Brandy Thompson and a Brandy Riddle. I need YouTube. All right, moderators, if you're still watching, would you be so kind as to dig up the YouTube link and post it here in the chat? That way others can find us there as well. But it should be in the grandchild doesn't have Facebook. Got it. Well, if you will hang on, that's the Twitch right there. Right there went away. That is the Twitter. I am never drawing this tree. This is the Instagram, which I rarely use. Thank you very much, Kia Marie. So that link right there in the chat is the link to the YouTube channel. Now, it's garbage. Look at that link. That is a horrible link. But if I get enough people watching in YouTube and subscribing in YouTube, then I can actually have a link that says Chain Reaction. There's the mini link. Wow. I love my fans. I love my family, my friends. They're just like, link, and my camera locked up again. Going back over to here. Well, at least you can still see me over here. That is a horrible picture. Hang on, let's do this again. All right, one more time. And if it keeps doing this, I'm just going to leave it alone. See if this will just fix it immediately. I doubt it. Hey, Travis Level has liked me. He actually likes me. Okay, yeah, I've got to go do the pull the plug thing. So hang on, let me fix my camera. I am still here. I just have faulty equipment. All right. I think the computer is just fine. The camera is just fine. It's the ports that are not happy. Let's do that. There we go. Close. Why do I have 15 alerts about dropped frames? Oh, hey, Copper Doom. Thank you very much for... Uh-oh, we're at 13 viewers. This could end poorly. That beat me to it. Yay! Well, welcome, Copper Doom. Eventually, we're actually going to... I don't know. Oh, Sam has liked the stream. Thank you very much. Okay, we're going to go back over here and animate and actually... Oh, Travis has also shared the stream. I guess you guys really want me to dye my beard today. I switched to Twitch. Dang it. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Oop, didn't want to do that. We want to... My keyboard go out. There we go. My keyboard does do that. So, I may or may not keep that little branch there. But I'm roughing out an idea for the tree. Now, I know this tree is going to be in several pieces, and right now I can't do much with this tree because it's all open and I can't fill it. So I need to be able to fill that. And in order to do that, I'm going to have to kind of create a over here. And those are official noises. You can't draw a tree without going first. And hopefully this will close this off. I need to go find all the openings. I kind of overdraw like this. See, I'm outside the lines of the... Oh, shit. Wrong thing. Whoops. Didn't say that word. This is for an 18s and older most of the time, so there will be an occasional bad word. I apologize. I'm going to close off all these openings here. That one should be good, but just in case, I'm going to do a little that, and then we're going to bring this one, and we're going to do a little that. Now, in theory, oops, I bet you that's opening. Oop, oop. In theory, and we know how theories go around here, in theory, I'm going to draw a tree. In theory, I will not... Ooh, 14! Man, lay the gauntlet down to a community and they will rise to it. Shared. Oh, Kaylee shared me. Yay! I have some likes. I have some love. Thank you all very much. And if you want to support my art, caffeine-fueled engine of art, you can always buy me a cup of coffee at, guess what? buymeacupofcoffee.com/chainreaction. Every little bit goes to putting caffeine into my adult little brain. Actually, right now I just need caffeine. But eventually we will also be using this to upgrade equipment, to be able to fund the logistics for going to different conventions. I would like to start expanding my convention circuit. I'm going to go back over here to the big screen so I can check that count. Ooh, we got 2 on YouTube. Facebook is taking... Oh, crap. All right, I have to confirm it. I see 15 viewers. 7 on Facebook. 8 on Twitch. 2 on YouTube. Now, I think this is a few people staying logged in and going into other places because I know my friends. So, officially, we're going to call it we've hit 50. I will confirm that these are 15 unique individuals. And thank you very, very much. I appreciate it. I'm only on... All right. 4 from... Oh, my goodness. I've been sold out by my own daughter. 4. Oh, my goodness. Well, I do have 3 grandchildren. All right. We will call that official then. We have hit 15 unique viewers on episode 20. That is awesome. Thank you all very much. I will put out a poll on the Copper of Doom. Oh, okay, Brandy. Your derailer. I switched to Twitch because there's a decent lag between Twitch and Facebook. I don't know what's causing that. And Facebook is my main feed for OBS. So I'm not sure what that is. I am never drawing this tree. We're going to go for 2 hours today, or at least I'm going to say 2 hours. We'll go in and figure out how we all feel about this. I'm now at 16 viewers. That is the record. That is the most I've ever had viewing this live stream at the same time ever. Thank you. So let's actually, I don't know, do what this live stream's about. We have hit the number. People are watching. Yes, absolutely. And if we can push the number, you're... No, my viewership is ADD. Trust me. I'm AD&D, not ADD. Okay, back to what I was doing. Over here. Thank you. So I've closed off this tree, and I'm going to go ahead and fill this. It's going to be horrible, but that's okay. It'll allow me to kind of see where I'm at. Okay, so that one's not going to fill because there's open spots. I'm not sure how I feel about this little guy, so we're going to kind of... Alright, oh, I'm creating a mask apparently. I'm drawing on the mask layer. We don't want to do that. We want to go into the tree layer. Oh, thank you, Belicia. Oh, how are you doing? Yay! Oh, we're at 16. Wow, if I get 20, what am I supposed to do when I hit 20 viewers? I mean, I'm dyeing my beard already. What would be something special to do for that? We'll see. So we have a tree. We kind of got the tree started here. It's a mess. I know I want a knot here, and I know there's some ooglies I'm doing over here. So we're just going to rough that out. Now I have a mask, so if I turn on the mask, this is what we're going to be left with. All right, cool. I am going to now go down here to the foreground, and I'm just going to pick a random green color for the moment. And we are going to, that looks good. No markers on my head. Hey, got Sage to watch. Yay! Well, thank you, Sage, for popping in. Usually I'm a lot less organized than this. I think one of the things I like drawing is roads. Roads are kind of important to me, so we're gonna we'll kind of work out a road thing going on here. Yeah, I like that. All right, so this is going to be our foreground. I'm going to have like clumps of leaves here and then leaves in the background. So really the trunk of the tree is going to be the most important part. But right now all I'm doing is kind of just doodle it. Just doodle it. So let's doodle 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 doodle. And then we have a road. Let's mess with that road just a little bit. Let's go be the road. No. Let's see, can I grab? Nope. That's what I was afraid of. I usually use Bezier curves for stuff like this. Let's just, actually no, I want to keep that. Nope. That's that there, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move this indent. What in the world's going on there? Oh, that's my snap grid. I'm like, whoa, that's not right. Roads, where are we going? Where we're going, we don't need no roads. Hey, Lisa Lee. Hey, Sage, how's it going, man? I don't know. They're paved with gold, and I'm really enjoying this hand basket, so, I mean, come on. Alrighty. Roads go ever on. Here we go. No. Don't like it. Go away. And let's... Oops, wrong thing. Let's grab that. Eraser. There it is. Now you can see what I'm doing and I'm fumbling around with. Now you can giggle even more at me. I'm going to grab this and I'm going to soften these things a little bit. There we go. Whoop, maybe too much. Nope, yeah, too much. There we go. That's enough right. Nope, still too much. Fine. We won't soften it. Alrighty. So I've got some grass. Let's go ahead and fill that in. Boop, boop. And then let's... I'm going to use a line tool, and I don't care what color it is. I'm just going to put it in here. Kind of... This will be my road. And like I said, I don't care about the colors I'm using are not important at the moment. They're just, I'm blocking the scene just a little bit. So this is going to look like a third grader, you know, playing with crayons, and that's okay because that's how everything starts. You just kind of block things out. So I'm going to lock that down, and you know, that's not bad. That kind of works for me. I'm going to find a more road. I'll just use a gray for now. Not that gray. That gray is, you know, forget that gray. Gray is the same color as my background. So yeah, forget that gray. Fun! Hey, Mayor, how you doing? Oh, we're at 17. I definitely have to, there is no futzing number. I'm sorry, I'm at 19. Are you guys serious? Hi, everyone. I feel kind of bad just drawing a silly little tree now. I'm like, oh, quick, do something cool. But I'm just roughing it out. So now the background's now locked. I know I want a mid-ground back here, kind of doing the opposite. So I want to take a little bit of a darker green. So let's pick this green and then let's make it a little bit darker, just because. And we may reverse these colors. Well, you need to all start discussing colors because this is happening. I mean, I said it. It's got to happen. So thank you guys. You are making me very happy. We are quickly approaching 20 viewers, which for those of you who are watching this after the fact may seem piddly, but I'm just getting started. And it is my 20th episode streaming. Not officially. I'm sure there's a couple in there I forgot. Blue. Well, it's my favorite color, so you've raised them right. Green, blues. I just don't want yellow. I think yellow would be bad. Like I said, look like I'm a sloppy beer drinker. So I'll let you guys, discuss it, and then we'll put up like a poll or something on the official Chain Reaction Studios Facebook page, and we'll go from there. All right, so let's rough this background out here real fast. I think. Oops. No, we want to work on this one. Thank you. And we'll kind of go. There we go. And we have a road go. And I think that road needs to go like that. Like that. Is rainbow an option? I ain't. That. All right. Yellow will wash me out, make me look like I have a really bad dye job or something. Because even if it's done beautifully, I think it'll look like I tried to dye it blonde and it just came out horrible or something. But there will be a vote. Uh-oh. Looks like rainbow is being... There will be an official vote elsewhere. I love you guys. This is going to end poorly for me. I just know it. All right, you know what? I kind of like this background, this mid-ground, but I think I need a foreground in here. So let's insert a layer, and we're going to call this foreground. Actually do some work. And I'm going to pick a darker color because it doesn't matter. Really, I mean, I could do this in red if I really wanted to, because all we're doing is setting a background. So, and I need to come back and fix this midground, but I kind of want to just kind of layer this in here, and this is probably where I'll have a tree line or something. I'll have a few trees back in here. And so we have this road. I don't know if I want to have that road. Let's see how it looks if I do this. Because the road kind of sets the scale. Whoops, wrong thing. The road will set the scale for the piece. So let's play around. Nope. I am so much trouble, I'm dyeing my beard. Hey, Mercedes, how you doing? Glad. Oh, we hit 20. Holy crap. Faith? Yay! Well, now hang on here. Hang on here. I'm sensing some ballot box stuffing, but all right. I said 15. Definitely we've gone over the top of that. So I am glad Faith is able to join. No pressure, but you have your artist grandchildren watching. They need guidance of a master. Oh, they are so in trouble because, like I said, this is like a third grader in here. All right. I kind of like that. We're going to start with this. Now, I also know, what is the size of this piece? Let's go now. Let's click this. All right, this is 720 by 576 at 72 DPI. What magic? Everybody go sub to YouTube. Ah, thank you. Yeah, so we can actually get a real link as opposed to the garbage link that's there. Thank you, Travis. Thank you very much. What did I say? I said 720 by 576 at 72 DPI. I have to jump as I'm working. Thank you very much. Glad I could force you to dye your beard. I sense conspiracy, but I'll take it. We are officially at 20 viewers. Thank you very much. We'll have to come up with another stunt for another day for doing something even higher in viewership. But I am so grateful. We are about 3/4 into this, and we're just now starting to draw. Okay, 720 by 576, 72 DPI. That is, when you look at a picture really close, and you can see all the little jaggies. They look like little squares. And those squares are called pixels. They're not always square, but they tend to be square on a computer. I don't have hair. Thank you. Genetics. So this picture currently has 720 squares, pixels, this way, and 576 pixels this way, and everything in this program defaults to 72 dots per inch. Many a year ago. Many a year ago. Follow on Twitch, yes please. Follow on all the services, because it seems that some services are more superior than others at different times. Seems Facebook has a bit of a delay over Twitch. I don't know where YouTube is as far as the delays go, but find the service that works best for you, and please subscribe and watch. I will try to do silliness and fun things as we go. All right, so for print, in my opinion, the minimum is 300 DPI, which would make this a much bigger width and height. 150 you can get away with, but I'm working in vectors. Magic mirror. You're going to turn me into a disco ball? Okay. His head is a magic mirror. Great for checking make. She's referring to a story that happened to me when I was at Bethesda Softworks. Actually, we had 2 female programmers, and one of them came in as I was working, because I work and the door would be behind me, and she came up behind me and says, "Here, hold still," and I couldn't tell what she was doing. And I have a little mirror on my monitors. We all did, because people would walk up behind us all the time. And I look up, and she's sitting there looking at my head going. I was like, "Hey!" So, yeah. YouTube and Twitch are about 30 seconds different. Okay, that's good to know. But Brandy was saying there's about a 2-minute delay between Twitch, which, to be fair, is geared for streaming, and Facebook, which is not. They're dipping their toe into it. All right. Let us roads go ever wrong. Let's figure this out. I'm going to hide everything but my midground, because I now need to make it... Hello? Oh, yes, let's lock everything while we're at it. Make it a little more smooth. Here we go. And the software does that for me. Yeah, but it does bad things back there, and I don't like that. So, let's clean this up first. Back over to here. Thank you very much. And let's clean this up just a little bit. Masters. I am no master. I'm a jack of all trades, master of none. I'm just in here having fun. And let's clean that up just a little bit. I just like softening my edges and so forth in here. Maybe my connection wasn't great. Devin was telling me the difference may have been exaggerated. Well, and I'm also getting a lot of frames dropped. I'm up to 47%. That may have more to do with either my network connection here, so the box I'm working on doesn't have an internal network card. It was, I mean, other than the one that's on the motherboard. We all know those are crap. It does not have a wireless card, and I'm too far away from the router to just plug in, which is what this was designed for. So it may be an issue between the third-party wireless NIC that I've got literally sitting over here to the router. It might be the general connectivity in my area, or it could be this box, you know. Like I said, if you want to help me get better at streaming, and you want to help me upgrade materials and upgrade my equipment as well as mics and cameras, so I can maybe have a couple extra cameras and I can physically draw, and then you can watch me go from that to the computer and then into this program, you know, you can always buy me a cup of coffee at buymeacupofcoffee.com/chainreaction. I don't mean to be pushing that. I always feel a little dirty pushing that, but it is the only way that I'm going to be able to improve my equipment other than sales at conventions and stuff like that. We are throwing ourselves headlong into the production of Scuttled, which is a card game, and getting that ready for the Kickstarter. So every little bit will help. I'm going to grab this color right here. I hit I. Oops, it helps if I'm actually, there we go. Get a little dropper, hit B for brush. I'm going to bring this over here. And like I said, I always feel like I'm begging when I tell people about how you can support me, but it will go a long way to improving equipment. And then again, I'm going to use, let's erase that. I'm going to use a little Bezier curves just for the moment to lay out the road. And this is just me doodling. I have no idea what I'm going to do. I just thought it would be nice to actually draw on the channel. And then let's use that gray. Let's do that dark gray again for the road, just for now. I mean, this is not set in stone. Let's undo everything to see how it all looks together. Not bad, not bad, not great, not bad. And then once I get it roughed out, I'll actually start doing real art. You know, this is just me kind of... Yes, I'm excited for everybody able to get their copy of Scuttled. Scuttled, for those of you who are new to the stream, is a game I'm working on. It's a card game. It's not reinventing the wheel. If you've ever played that Spanish game called One, I love doing that because it throws so many people out. They go, no, I've never played the game. Yeah. What's the Spanish word for one again, boys and girls? Uno. Then you kind of have an idea how to play this game, except that me and my friends have put a piratical spin on it, and it's full of shenanigans, and it turned out to be beautifully balanced. And yes, Uno, the other game. People go, isn't there a copyright version? And the answer is no. They cannot copyright mechanics. They can copyright the name in relation to a card game. They can copyright their artwork and all their marketing, but they cannot copyright a game in which you get rid of your cards. Oh, we're down to 15 viewers now. Pouty face. I suspect shenanigans. That's what I suspect. But we hit it. We went way over it, and there's no way to dispute it. So the beard thing will happen. So let's get back to this. I'm going to now just work on cleaning up the background here so that I can start actually doing real art. All right, there we go. And we're going to pick up this color right here. Should be a darker version. and I'm not really concerned about whether or not, so we're just going to let's hide everything but that. That was probably a bit much. All right, dook. Let's hide all that except for that. I have a friend at fair. He's like, welcome to fair, welcome to fair. I welcome you and welcome you, welcome everybody except for that guy. And I love it because it makes people laugh, but every now and then somebody gets a little butthurt. And that's even more fun because Steve is a very large individual. He towers over most men, and it's always fun to watch them get a little uppity with him. And he's like, really? I get weirder things than you in my breakfast cereal. So let's go. And let's make sure this is all clean. And this one I don't care about how weirded out it gets. I'm going to smooth this one within an inch of its life. That's perfect. And then let's add just this little cap for now. Go ahead and bring in the colors. Perfect. I like that. I'm going to grab this gray and just toss in there just so we have something to work with. I can't wait to squash. Oh no. I have found children are very vicious at this game. Extremely evil, vicious. So, you've been warned. Alright, so now that we're kind of playing around with backgrounds, I'm going to grab this color here, and I'm going to desaturate it just a little bit, because as things move off into the distance, they tend to lose their saturation. So we're going to do that, and we're going to unhide everybody else. Oh, I missed. How could I have missed? Look at that. Look at that. I have a hole right there. We need to fix that. Let's grab the color again. So let's just kind of do that. All right, we're down to 15 viewers, and now we don't have a hole. So now we have kind of this weird, roughed out, I have no idea what I'm going to do with it kind of thing. Yes, I can imagine because I know who raised them. I'm going to, got a lot of work to do in here, but, so we're going to work on a sky. Now the sky is something I can almost do without fail. Oh yeah, and that's why I wanted to know how big things were. So the sky, let's just make this big stupid color. And let's get rid of the outline. Let's just make a square. Now again, the properties of this is 720 by 576. That's so weird. Why do I do that? So we're going to make this properties 720. That one at least is a number I can work with. By 576, I believe it was. 576. What was it? Yeah, 576. All right, so let's grab this, and we're going to put this at 0 and 0. All right, so now we have this horrible color for a sky. So, for those of you, my 8-year-old is savage, especially to her sister. Well, you know, that's what siblings are. They are very, let's see, have to bug. Okay, Lisa Lee, take care of Top Hat for me. And we will see you guys this weekend. 5-year-old is the most savage. Well, that's because they have to fend for themselves against the others. It just is kind of a thing that happens. All right. I got a green thing going here, so I'm thinking kind of a summery thing. Do we want a morning sky? Do we want just a sky? Or do we want an evening sky? I don't want to do a night piece. I do a lot of night pieces. And admittedly, this does look like a 5-year-old did it. But what time of day should these skies be? And I know there's going to be... ooh, I missed a spot there. Whoop. Mid-ground. And then let's go brush. some color in there. All right. It's not the greatest solution, but it works. And I know I've got a hole in my tree right here. Sunrise. Morning. More pinks. Should we have... So I'm going to have some leaves through here. Maybe some background leaves going down through there. So if I leave just a little hint right there, we might have the sun come, which means I'm going to need clouds, because you can't have a sunrise without those beautiful pink colors bouncing out the bottom of clouds. People wonder why I go to, another sunrise, due dawn. I go to Ren Fair. Why am I there so bloody early? It's because in the drive, the sun comes up, and the colors of the sky, especially if there's a little bit of cloud cover, is absolutely gorgeous, especially coming up over some of the mountains that I have to drive by. And then I get to, that's just the dawn. It's not even sunrise. And then I get to the parking lot and I sit, and we have Superstition Mountain, which is just right in front of us. And you watch the colors start coming up across it and showing all the nooks and crannies and crevices, and it is stunning. Purple cotton. Wait, I thought you didn't want me to be royal. Yes, there are some amazing ones out there too, but you don't have mountains for them to bounce off of, and it's one of the things I really like about out here. There's not a lot of things I like about the area. 3 out of 4 seasons are not bad, but that 4th one, holy crap! And we're heading for that one. It's going to be 95, and I'm going to be wearing layers at fair this coming weekend. This is going to be a test of whether or not I can keep doing this. So before, since we're talking about the sky, and we seem to like sunrises, the sunsets are amazing. I miss being out there and in Texas and seeing a squall line come in from like 150 miles out and watching it roll and seeing all the fan lightning go through it. Now I've been in one lightning storm out here that I was like, man, that's the most impressive one I've been into, but it is something to behold, to watch it just slowly come in at you. Going into tornado season, I don't want to hear it. I know, but hey, the advantages of a tornado is you can step out of the way. Earthquakes, not so much. I thought you could do that to Hubu, but guess what? That is a wall of dust hundreds of miles wide. Damn. That was a new experience. It's like, why is the world gone sepia? It's a weird experience. And pine trees and snow up where you are, and up on the Mogollon Rim, there's that too. But anyway, I'm going to rough out just where I want my leaves on this tree. So I'm going to insert a layer. I'm going to call this 4 leaves. Not 4, but 4 ground leaves. And I'm going to be a little more picky. I'm going to pick up just a lighter color. We got a lot of green going on here, but I'm just roughing things out. So I'm going to move some things around. So if the camera shifts, I apologize. Ooh, squeak. And I'm going to lock all these layers but this one. Now I'm using my stylus for this, whoops, because I want to get some really fun shapes in here. So you see what I mean? Where really didn't matter too much about what I was doing with those branches, because I knew they were going to get covered up somewhat. So this is me kind of doing my first, it's going to be sloppy. I hit my keyboard, which is causing me to draw, which is weird. So I'm going to do that, and I think we're going to put some, I'm overdrawing here just a little bit, case I want to shift some of this around. And I know these are sloppy. We'll fix them here in a little bit. I like leaving holes so I can have other sets of leaves in the background poking through. So I might only do these as my only leaves back here. I'm going to do a few more out here just in case I move this around. And I don't think I'm going to move it around that much. If I do, I can always redraw it. Alright, so we're going to take everybody on this layer, and I'm going to use the magic cheat of softening those lines, because I'm not using my Bezier curves. That's too much for that one. Let's do this individually. And it just takes longer, is one of the reasons I'm not using those right now. So let's grab this one independently. Let's give it a little shake, because it could take a little more. And we're going to take this one into, ooh, is that? Okay, that is connected. We're going to give that one a little bit of a shake. Too much. There we go. Just a little bit. And then let's see what I broke. I'm going to fill those. Those are fine. Hey, those are fine. So now we got a little bit of leaves. Now I'm going to take a darker color. Say that one right there, just slightly darker. And I'm going to go behind the tree. We're going to add another layer. And we're going to call this background. Oh, and Canadian murder chickens? What did I walk into? Oh, and Canadian murder chickens. Brandy, are you okay? Blink if you need help. Come on. Blink. Oh, I couldn't see you anyway. Canadian murder chickens. Oh, you're going to have to elucidate, please. We are 1 hour and 8 minutes into the stream. Gimme. We're down to 12 viewers. All right, and it's probably because I'm actually doing art. I know it looks like a 3-year-old's doing this, but we're going to call this far leaves. But all projects have got to start somewhere, and then we'll start adding details. I work in layers, and for those of you who are taking notes and learning, layers are your friends because it allows you to manipulate things. So even if you're working in Photoshop has a layer system, and you want to do things at different layers, think about how something's going to be built, and you want to start with stuff that's going to be the furthest back and work your way out. So that's like, oh, I was doing this for oh, geese, got it. I was doing this for print, but this one piece is a little too far to the left. You can just grab just that piece and not mess with anything else. Keep your PSDs in layers if you're going to be working in Photoshop, or Procreate does the same thing, and other good, decent drawing programs will have a layer system in them. Always work in layers, and never collapse the layers and save it, because the second you do that, you're going to want to make a change, and now you have to redraw whole sections of things when all you had to do is bump one thing a few pixels over. So always work in layers. Your finished piece that you're going to send to the printer or give to the client or just print out, it can be collapsed, and I suggest working in PNGs over JPEGs or anything else. I even like them better than TIFFs, which still are, I believe, designed for print. But I like JPEGs for general use, or not JPEGs, PNGs. Don't like JPEGs. JPEGs compress weird. PNGs, you can go 24-bit, get your transparency layers. It's beautiful. Okay, back to this wonderful 5-year-old drawing. All right, so now I have far leaves in the background, and now I'm going to start. Where's my? There it is. We're going to start putting in another layer of leaves. Oops. Let's. I'm just kind of feeling them out. I'm going to make them a little small. That's following that one a little too much. So And you don't have to be precise, but I kind of want to keep my scale. And let's get this leaf over here. And let's go ahead and finish it off. Doesn't matter. Now I'm going to keep drawing these out here in case I want to bump things around. But I think for the most part we'll do a little and I will clean these up as we go. I may end up doing Beziers later, but this is what I was talking about. I kind of like keeping things open and showing off light through the different leaves. Now I'm going to get a little heavier here because I'm going to fill this up. But I just want out here on these branches to be a little more airy, a little more open. Now I'm going to get more into the mass of the tree, and I think we need to have much heavier coverage of leaves. I might have a little bit showing through here just to show that we do have leaves back here. And then I'm just going to connect this up. And I'm going to fill these. I just want to see how they're going to look. Okay, so I have a hole somewhere. Let's open this up. And yeah, there's definitely a hole there. There's a hole here and there. Alright, so let's see how this just makes me feel. And, you know, that's tree-ish. We're getting there. Tree-ish. Yeah. Okay, I'm digging this. I think, however, a little more hill. This is, whoops, no. It's a little too flat for me. So the advantages of working in vectors is I can kind of grab things, literally make mountains out of molehills. There's a couple of points. So I'm gonna, yeah, that was just looking a little too flat to me. So we're gonna have that road go through a couple of rolling hills. I'm gonna hide everything but what I was working on. Oops, wrong one. What I was working on, I said go away. And we're just going to roll those hills out here a little bit more. Never going to get seen, but we know they're there, and that's important. I just had a Bob Ross moment. It's a happy little hill. It's where a little squirrel lives. There we go. And let's lock it down. Yeah, I like that. So, I have a scene roughed out. It's not spectacular, but it's a start. And I'll be adding details and things as we go. So I'm going to go ahead and go File, Save. Okay, yeah, it's already been renamed. I just want to make sure it's been renamed. Down to 12 viewers, but man, that 20 was beautiful. That was gorgeous. All right, so we said dawn, daybreak, something along those lines. So let's grab the sky. And let's get rid of that horrible blue, because, oh my gosh. That's why I use weird colors like this, is because it forces me to fix it. And we are going to go over here, and let's design a nice gradient. Or actually, let's design a radial gradient, because we're going to have the sun come up, and I'm going to squish it. So we know the sun is going to be a color. Don't care too much right now. I want to bring that color into kind of a pinky. What would be a good start? Well, let's grab that. That's not the color we're going to end up with. We're going to feather that out, and we're going to red it up just a little bit, feather this just a little bit more. And then we can get into our initial sky color, which, no, that's not what I want. Let's go back over to here. Okay, let's put my in color because it's still morning. And I'm going to desaturate some of these colors. And you guys can't, yeah, you guys can see me doing this, which is a huge improvement of the past. Let's see, let's drag it this way. Let's desaturate it just a little bit. I'm going to do the same to this guy. He needs to be lightened, desaturate. Nope, 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 nope. That way. I think we're going to need a little orange in here. Oh, we've already got a good orange in there. Never mind. Let's see what I can do to push this around a little bit. Nope, nope, nope. Still needs a little more orange. I'm going to have to do some orange. Let's go orange. And desaturate. There we go. So we'll start here. I think we're good. Oh, it's backwards from what I want it to be. Of course it is. This little thing lies. That's right, it gives me a chance to play around with these colors a little bit more. All right, so place to start. So, with that in mind, let's just put it in there. Let's get it set appropriately. And I'm going to squish it here, so I'm probably going to have to rotate this. Where's my rotate? So squish it a little bit more. No, no, that's not the squish. This is the squish. And let's open it up. And then we want the sun. Right there. What do you guys think about that? Do you like that? I think I need to squish it some more. And make it big. And I'm going to bring that down just a little bit. That'll give us something to bounce off of the clouds just a little bit. And if I need to, it's like, I'm going to put the sun in there. I can just do something like that. But I think right now we want, you know, okay, that feels like the sun's coming up. Yeah, right about there. Now let's go back and let's give this some more room. Let's feather that out some more. Let's tighten this up just a little, because I want more of those pinky oranges right there, and I want them to feather nicely. Okay. We sort of kind of have the sky figured out. I think I want to move that around just a little bit more. Let's see if we can do right there. And because it's morning, we still have stars out. So, let's insert a layer. Let's lock the sky. Let's call this stars. We don't need many, just the brightest at this point. We'll see them mostly through the leaves here. So I'm just going to take a white, and then I'm going to take my smallest brush and just, well, that might be too small actually. Let's make you a 2. there. Nope. It doesn't want me to do that. Why are we not doing this? All right. Back to 3, I guess. I think 3 is the minimum. Or maybe I'm just zoomed out too much. Let's zoom in here. And let's throw... There's one. There's another. Couple there. One there. Now let's see if I can actually get this to go smaller. Oops. And I'm talking too soft. I'm sorry if I'm lulling some of you into sleep. Okay, we're going to try a... Nope. There we go. Got to kind of move the... Let's try it this way. Okay, it doesn't like doing 1 pixel if I'm not moving the brush. I mean, I was able to get that one, but I had to move, yeah, like that. And I don't want... Well, a comet would be kind of cool, huh? Yeah, let's not do that. We can play around with these. I can make 1 pixel dots, but for now... Oh, that's my maximum, minimum, smoothing. My minimum size is 1. So if I open that and do that... Nope, didn't work. Oh well. We tried. I'm going to go back up to 3. You don't need too many more. No, I think that's enough. I think just, you know, less is more in this case. Get back in there. Alrighty. So let's go ahead and file save. Now I have this set up to save every 5 minutes or so. But for those of you who are learning, save often. Save every 5 minutes, whether you have an autosave or not. I'm not, because you know we're just screwing around, and if this gets lost, I'm not too worried about it. But if you're working on something that's important, you need to make sure that you save often. All right, so now we've got our time of day. I'm going to take that foreground and I'm going to play with it a little bit. Let's lock those. I think it needs to be squished just a hair and show off just a little bit more road. I also think it needs to be desaturated. Now I can do this in several different ways. I could turn this into a I forget what they call it, but basically an object that I can manipulate like an independent piece of art, just like I can manipulate this whole thing. We've got a nice sunrise. I want some desaturation. I think I want some trees in here, so some bushes and whatnot going on here. But I also know that it's further away, so I want to blur it just a little bit, just so that it's slightly out of focus. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this into foreground. I'm going to hit F8, which brings up this, it's a symbol, that's the word I'm looking for, which brings this up. I can now put this on screen so you guys can see it. We're going to call this foreground, and now it changes, so now it has this bracket around it. That means I can now, it now has properties, and as such I can add filters to it. In this case the filter is going to be a blur. 4 is not bad. I think it's too much though. I'm going to see what a 2 looks like. Not enough. I'm going to go with a 3, and then I'm going to change the quality just to see what kind of different blur values that gives me. I think I'm going to stick with the low here. So, and that's just pushing that a little bit into the background and blurring it. I use blur a lot. If you look at all my art, there's blur. I'm simulating depth of field with this. We are coming up to 1 hour 26 minutes. We'll probably only go to the 2-hour mark. I'm having fun. I hope you guys are too. And thank you for coming along for the ride. I'm really glad to have grandchildren here to urge me on and give me ideas. And See, guys, this is easy. I mean, just and there it is, right? And then you come back and you add details. So that's what I'm getting ready to do. Now, I'm using my software, not my pencils, to do this. Some people think it's cheating. I think I'm just using the things that were given to me. And one of the things that's been given to me is color effects. I'm going to go to the advanced color effect. Is it the advanced? No, I don't need the advanced color effect. Nope, this is the wrong area. I need to add another one of these. And now we're going to do color adjust. Brightness, hue, contrast, and in this case, I'm going to take saturation down. Just a little bit more. So it's not as bright. And I don't mind that. It's morning. Sun's just coming up. I'm going to go ahead and because it's morning, I'm going to go back to that color effect. I'm going to use tint. And in this case, I'm going to use the night sky as my base color. Because everything still has that bluish hue, right? So there, I'll add a little bit of that and I can decide how much or how little it needs to have. I think it just needs to have just a little, because the light hasn't quite come over the top, so this is still in shadow. And as the sun comes up, we might put a rim light across it, showing that the light is moving across the land. But we're not there. The sun hasn't peeked over that yet. We can see it. It's coming, but it's not there yet. Man, I just went full Bob Ross. Holy crap. Get out of my head, Bob. Okay, moving on. So I'm happy with that, and I'm going to go ahead and save that. And that will set the tone for some of these other pieces. We're not doing a night piece. We're not doing a day piece. We're doing that twilight in between, which is so much fun to play with. All right, so with that said, let's come up to the mid-ground here. And I do need to pick a slightly better color for the grass. I think we're going to take this color here. I want to manually desaturate this. I don't that'll lighten. This is darken. I need desatch there. A little bit more. Since we're doing that dawn, we're going to go ahead and just desaturate that a little bit. I like that, yeah. And now I'm going to also turn this into a symbol, but for different reasons. We will maybe add a little blur to it, but I want to be able to lay down different kinds of plants. I'm going to start playing with that road a little bit, and we'll do more of that as we get to this piece in front. So let's go ahead and take this, F8 again, mid-ground, yes, alrighty. But we're going to open this up, and I can actually get rid of that. Let's clean this up a little bit. I like my brushes to be a little cleaner than this one. And we haven't decided what color the road is yet, so worry about that. Come here, you. There we go. There we go. And then get rid of that. Yes, I get rid of that. All right. Oh, we're gonna. Okay, fine. You know what? Watch this. Haha. Double click gets rid of it all. Okay. I want slightly darker color than this. And I do mean ever so slightly. Hopefully that's not too much. Let's see. Oops. Why'd you do that? What am I set to? Brush mode, object drawing. Oh, did I grab the wrong one? So there's a way to say I only want you to draw in these areas, and then there's never draw on one of those, which is what seems to be going on. This is brush mode. Okay, paint normal. So, okay, good. Yay! That's what I want. although we're going to do ground. We're going to do some layers to this particular one. So I'm going to actually add layers. And this is why you create symbols, because I can create layers within layers. It's a inception thing, I guess. Insert a layer. Now let's lock this one. And now I want to get out here into this field and start adding little blades of grass. Okay, let's brush, properties. I do want one, because, yeah, and I am going to use my pen for this. I'm going to just throw some odds and ends here. Some smudge, as I like to call it. As we get further back, it's going to be less distinct. And some of this will never be seen because it will be behind the foreground. But I just kind of want to add a little bit of texture. Whoops, not that. A little bit of texture out here. Just break up that. And I mean, I could use gradients to break it up too, I guess, but I'm trying to keep this fairly straightforward. And like I said, I mean, look at this. I'm just being messy and putting dots and little odds and ends, and it will also help set the scale, and I've got to be mindful of that because this road's going off in the distance, so got to remember that more distinct leaves closer, which we'll never see, and less distinct further out. So yeah, we're starting to get some of this. Now I have to think about, do I want to be able to see the grass, you know, how far out? That's, I mean, that'd be some big blades of grass. These are already some big blades of grass. I'm going to put some bushes out here, I think. I'll put a little bush right here and there. I think I'll have some trees poking up back here to kind of give the idea they're going over a hill a little bit. Are you guys enjoying this? Do you prefer the 3D stuff? Do you prefer me cleaning up more finished pieces? Are you enjoying seeing this process as I go along? I mean, I really should be focusing on the tree right now, but these are low-hanging fruit, and it's easy to kind of set the tone with a piece like this. Let's get back out here so you see where we've come and where we are at. I like all. Well, you also like my landscapes, and so that's why we're doing landscapes right now. And just kind of playing around, seeing where we're at. Now, the green, we're going to have some really distinct grass. So let's go ahead and start with this. Let's get rid of that. Again, I'm going to turn this into a symbol called foreground. And I'm going to do some things with this a little bit different. I'm going to take the road, copy it, I'm going to delete it. I'm going to call this grass. Now I'm breaking my pieces up. I'm going to insert a layer, call this road. I'm putting it underneath the grass because the grass is on top of that. And then I'm going to paste in place the road originally. But now what I can do is I can hide this and I can work on the road independently and give it different properties. So to start with, I'm going to lock this. I think we're going to desaturate this color here. Just kind of, now that we've got a mood set, we need not so Fisher-Price colors. And let's make sure here. Sure, why not? Let's see how that looks to my eye. That's a little bit better. All right. Here's where I can really start playing with the grass. B. And it's going to be very similar. just making shapes. Nothing very distinct just yet. It's going to be much rougher. We don't want this clean edge because this is grass, doggone it. I mean, it hasn't been mowed. Got some plants going on here, maybe some little micro bushes. Just kind of have some fun. Very similar to the way I do leaves. Just kind of break up that line. I'll come back and fill in the hollow spots, but you know, we don't know what's growing out here. It's a fantasy world. What the heck is all going on out here? We don't know. Uh-oh. Enjoying this a ton? Yay! Oh, don't worry. There will be lots of flowers. We may not be able to get to them in the next 20 minutes or so, but we will be adding flowers. You do not worry. I have all kinds of plans. So for right now, we're just breaking up this line. I have no idea how well I'm going to do it, but we're breaking up this line. Let's break this down to here. I know I have some open gaps that I want to fill. This is the tedious part. I'm going to fill all this stuff. Get in here. And this is still kind of a silhouette. There's no detail in here yet. But it's about breaking up this line. All right, come on, there we go. Do as I say. Play with this line a little bit, and we're going to be adding a lot more layers. This is the layer that's in front, and so I don't like how that looks. This is where we're going to put all the details like flowers and flutterbys, and yes, I said flutterby. I honestly believe butterfly was perverted from the word flutterby, but I have no proof. That's just me being me. So I like flutterby better, but I will say butterfly. All right, let's see if I can get this to work with me a little bit better. And let's add a little more. I'll break this up. Just little bushes and this and that. Break up this road a little bit too. We're going to start that by having grass, because you know grass does what grass wants. We're going to break up this edge as well. Okay, maybe that's too much. There we go. Not too much. We still want this to be recognized as a road. But, you know, the grass is going to creep out here, and eventually we are going to make this. There we go. Just didn't look sharp enough. We are going to make this with more detail, but again, we're just breaking things up. We don't want too many straight lines. You know, we do have a few, but not too many. And there's no right way to do this. There's no wrong way to do this. Some look better than others, yes, but do what looks like fun. Can I draw things in different directions? Have some fun with it. Go, and we'll fix this here. I mean, it's kind of, as we get, you know, further along, as the road gets wider, as it's going by us, we can paint in some more detailed pieces of grass. Let's just have some fun. I'm sorry if I'm getting quiet. At least I'm not sticking my tongue out. I know a guy who does that. It's fun to watch him draw. A bunch of gamers a game like that. Alright, I'm breaking up this edge a little bit more. Don't have to be 100% straight. There, just a little, not a lot. And then is this the same color? Make sure I've got the right color. Yep. Now this one is a little bit closer to us. Now I know there's a tree. We can see the trees right here. So a lot of everything I would do from about here out won't really be seen, but we're still going to do some in here just because. Put that in there. Just breaking things up. Making them look a little more natural. Little shrubbery has popped up here. Maybe. Gives something to play with later. And maybe just in case I have to move things around just a little bit. Always overdraw a little bit because I never know if I need to smudge something. And I don't mind that little piece right here floating around because it adds a little bit of life to the scene. And you're not going to really notice it too much. Alrighty. Now this edge, we're going to be a little more grass poking over the road than the other one, just because of perspective and proximity to the quote-unquote camera. So we're going to really kind of play around with this a little bit more. I don't like the way that looks. Hang on. Here we go. Those two dots just make it look like a little bug's floating around there. About this too much. It's there. Should I move some stuff around later? And then we're just going to dink, 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 dink. So I'm snaking along here. And maybe we get a little, oh yeah, we got a real big weed over here. Big clump. Alrighty. Yes, we're going to definitely add flowers, but not yet. It's going to have its own little layer. It'll be happy little flowers. Some of them will look like just circles. I mean, you'd be amazed what you can get away with just simple color shifts. Okay, why are we... Stop it. I'm not moving the whole thing. That would be awkward. Yeah, we're definitely getting more what I want out of this now. Whoops. Didn't want to do that, though. I'm working with a pen, and it's not always cooperative. Has a mind of its own sometimes. So we're just making shapes up. Dan, poof balls. Yeah, well, they'll look like poof balls too when we get there. Like I said, we're about 14 minutes away from calling this a day. But I did actually draw the bloody tree. It's not much of a tree, but I did draw it. That's the important part, right? Come back in here. I'm going to put one big real ha. Actually, you know what? This is getting in my way. 'Cause I really want... leaves that really break this up a little bit more. And I'll refine a lot of these shapes. These are not set in stone. But, yeah, like I don't like that. That's a weird. Let's get rid of that. It has potential, but not the potential I was looking. Right. Oh, wow. I really need to make my eraser bigger, but for now this will do. There we go. And not much of an improvement. We'll work it out in post. Everything gets fixed in post, right? Quit. There we go. That is a function of my pen. I'm not quite sure how it activates. Need to figure that out. Slowly working on this stuff. All right. So now we've broken up. That's a little bit nicer. Let's see how it looks overall of the whole scene. So we started with a bunch of blobs on the screen. Now we're getting a little more definition. I mean, that tree is still day glow. But it'll get tinted down. I'll probably add some more leaves. I'm definitely going to add bark, some shadows, some looks and feels. And there'll probably be some trees, like I said, poking up in the background over there. So it won't be just one lone tree. But this is pretty much how I start most of my drawings. It's just kind of get in there and go, I'm going to draw a tree. I want the tree on the right. I think it'll be a close-up tree. I need something to go in the background of the tree. Bunch of hills. And the nice thing about doing the hills is you have all kinds of control over color saturations and depths. In fact, speaking of color saturation, let's take this one out right here just a little bit. That's the midground, right? Yeah. Let's bring it back. There we go. And let's add a color adjust. And then we're going to take the saturation down. So I can take it all the way down, but don't want it that much. And then we also want to add the tint. Remember the tint and percentage from before. I'm going to use less tint though, just a hint of it. And that'll help start building and blending things. Thank you very much. Pushing things. And then of course now we have a road. Who's on the road? What's going on here? Do we have just fireflies, which are fun? I like doing fireflies. Do we have someone in the tree? Do we have adventurers walking past the tree? Or do we have something that's happened? Is there a town out there? Is there a floating city? I'm a fantasy artist. I can't just draw a landscape. It's got to have stuff in it. So we'll determine that as we move along. We're getting into the last 10 minutes or so. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and save this out just to make sure we've got it. Now this is a 10-inch by 8-inch piece. And we do have... Do I have a layout? I thought I had a layout. Maybe not. Thought I had a layout markers. Oh well. A little bit of this will get cut off. Not a whole lot. So the next step, I would think, is kind of play around with the road. Work on the leaves of the tree, and basically work on the tree next. Like I said, there's a hole in that tree. We got to fix that, and there's some shape issues I've got with the tree I need to clean up and reshape before I start adding detail. But we are definitely moving in the right direction. You can see how just breaking up those smooth lines on that foreground piece really helped. Midground's going to have a little bit of detail, but not as much. And to show you the idea for flowers real quick, at least this far out, let's do the midground flowers just for a second. They're not going to have detail. They're not going to have a lot of detail to them at all. I'm going to insert a layer. I'm going to... And all I'm going to use is little circles. You know what? Let's do... Can I change my brush shape? I should. And I will. There, it's perfect. And let's see what this looks like. And not enough. I need... Oh, it didn't take. Classic brush options. This is not a classic brush. Is this the classic brush? No, this is the classic brush I'm looking for. Okay, save as a preset. Why is this not changing? There. Good grief. Okay, that's the wrong direction. Did you go back? No. All right. That's the opposite of one. That's up and down. All right, computer. It's not me. It's you. You guys are seeing that, right? It's not just me. All right. That's 6. That's good size. So we're going to... At this distance, and I'm probably going to change the colors here. I think what I'm going to do with these real quick, I'm going to grab this color and I'm going to lighten it. So this will be other things, not just grass. It'll be like, I don't know, stuff. And then I'll get some florals in here. But at this distance, the flowers are just going to look like this. And there won't be a lot of definition to them, but as we get closer, we can add a little more definition. So now let's do a little bit of lighter color. Let's move towards the yellow. And let's move up here a little bit more. Change the tones of some of this. We'll just see how this looks. It's not going to be like real flowers or anything, but it gives the illusion that there's some florals out there. And that's what we're going to do for this. And I have no idea what I'm going to do with this backer. This is a little plain to me, so it needs love. There'll probably be trees and a little more definition because this road's not that far. I mean, it's only this wide here, so it's not that far away. So we're going to play around with this and have some fun. Let's go ahead and grab this color, and I want to... Whoops. Am I not on the... No, okay. No, go away. I know it was asking me if it wanted me to be there, but I don't trust it. So we're going to do this. Add a little bit in. I know I want a knot there later. But for right now... Let's see, it doesn't feel right, so we're going to... Nope. Just that doesn't feel... support that. Nope, that's not what I want either. Let me just get rid of a little bit of this. Yeah, it's a little bit better. I'm persnickety when it comes to trunks and things. Alrighty. That's a little bit better. Alright, that's a lot better. So let's turn the trunk into a symbol. That way I can play around with it. Oh, excuse me. That was snuck up on me. Now we can just work on this. I'm going to desaturate it a little bit. That's only because of the time of day that we're working with. And then let's... Thank you very much. There we go. I don't like that, but we'll fix this manually. There we are. Okay. So, base. I've only got a couple of minutes here. And then we will, well, let's take a darker color. I want to try to do this relatively quickly. And desaturate it a little bit more. And then this is where I would come in and go, all right. We clearly have bark. Things going through here. This is where we kind of start defining that. And I think I want to use a smaller brush, but I'm trying to illustrate it real quick before we go. And we'll lock everything in. And that's fugly, but it gets me in the general area where I want to do. So I'm going to go ahead and save this out. And I'm going to come back over to here. And I want to thank all of you for staying in here and hanging out with me as I Bob Ross out. It's not my usual stream, but occasionally I just need to do something for fun. And this was kind of fun for me, and I'm going to work on this. We might work on this on the next stream. I don't know. Since I have to dye this thing, what should I work on to celebrate the new color, whatever this happens to be? Should I continue working on this piece? Should I work on something different, like baby dragons, or baby Cthulhu's, or knights, adventurers, space goers? Ooh, speaking of which, file open. I don't get to show this off that much. Real quick in our last few minutes. Where's M's? Getting, oh, there it is. I have always loved how this came out. This was for a game. I think this is that. And then this is the plate for incoming transmissions. But I don't do science fiction that often. And I was very happy with, I'm going to show this off here in a second, how this came out. I was very happy with this. This was a lot of fun to do, and I don't get to do a lot of sci-fi stuff. I'm really kind of happy with this helmet. And so, fairies, space, I could do pirate fairies. I think that's coming up. Peg the Pirate Fairy is going to be making an appearance, I think, soon. Peg the Pirate Fairy lives on the sea, and if you want to visit him, you gotta give him your booty. Gold and jewels and rum. Anyway, moving on. I've never figured out the second verse of that thing. Anyway. Yes, pirate fairies. All right. We'll see what I can come up with as far as pirate fairies go. But we are now 2 hours in, and I'm going to have to bring this to an end. I am definitely blessed. Thank you all for being here. It's amazing. I will be putting out a poll for the color choices here in the next day or so. In the meantime, I need you guys to understand something, and I need you to listen to me, please. You are loved, and you're deserving of that love. You're worthy of the love. The world, it's tough enough out there. Don't beat yourself up. A lot of us have body shape issues. Other of us question our skills. Others question just life in general. And just understand, you have family, you have friends, you are surrounded by people who love you. Good night, Brandy. Thank you for showing up. And remember what I said. Stay safe out there, guys. And I will see you next week. with a different color upon my chin. Until then, thank you very much. Don't forget to like, save, hit the bell, forward, or whatever platform you're on. But be sure to spread this around and get others to hopefully enjoy the silliness that is vectors and pixels. Until then, guys, I love you. Next week. Take care, guys.